One of the biggest successes of the small screen are the Teletubbies. They'd go on to become a global TV and merchandising phenomenon. And at our roadshow in Belmont House, Mark Hill got to see a remarkable archive drawn from the mind and pen of designer Jonathan Hills.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala and Poe. On the 31st of March 1997, these four fabulous characters full of colour and life bounced into our screen. And we're looking here at a selection of drawings of what look like the Teletubbies, but there's a sort of slight difference in some of them. They're original drawings. How on earth did you come to get these?
My husband was asked to develop some characters for a programme they were making, which was directed at children that were at home watching TV without an adult. And Jonathan sadly died 2 years ago. And this is his legacy. Yeah, this is what he's left.
And what an amazing legacy to have left.
Yeah.
I mean, something that has touched childhoods across the entire planet.
Yeah.
Literally hundreds of millions of children saw his work. And what we're looking at here is the very start, the very genesis of the Teletubbies.
Yeah, yeah. Jonathan was asked to visualise these creatures, and they started off almost mouse-like. And as a group, they developed into that.
So that's definitely Teletubbies. Were these the Telemice or the...
Teleteddies.
Teleteddies.
As they were then.
Aha.
Yeah.
So that's what it was called beforehand.
It was. That was the first name they came up with.
Because I think the Teletubbies were originally devised as well as a sort of antidote to the sort of all-action action figure sequences and sort of almost, dare I say, violence of the Power Rangers. They were meant to be much more gentle and
peaceful.
Caring and peaceful. Was he like that as a person as well?
He was, yeah. Yeah, he was completely like that. And he was a perfect choice because he could pick up what they wanted and he delivered it to them. And this is just a tiny selection of a great many drawings.
So there's more than these?
Yeah, there are a lot more.
I'm also intrigued by this one because I found the sun, can I say, a bit creepy.
Yeah, but the children loved it.
Did they?
Yeah, it was great. They loved it.
Because I suppose they saw themselves in it.
They saw themselves in the sun.
But his original idea was something quite different.
Well, it was just one of the sketches that came up. It's amazing. Imagine seeing your child, the sun. It's great.
It's an interesting archive already, but, you know, for me, it can only get more interesting. Because children who grew up on this in the 90s are probably what now in their 20s, 30s. So we've got an awful lot of people. To them, coming home and watching children's telly means the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
I think as they get in their 20s, 30s, 40s, nostalgia really grips you at some point. And you want to have what made you feel warm and happy and cozy as a child. And I think when that age group matures, I think they're going to want to buy things like this. I think they're going to want to own these and display them. When it comes to value, we have to ask what they might pay. What would you pay for a Teletubby original drawing? £500? I think so.
Do you think
£1,000?
Gosh.
Highly possible. And for some of the very best that really capture that Teletubbies magic, I don't really see £2,000 as being out of the question.
Gosh.
So how many drawings do we think you own?
I don't know, about 80 of them.
About 80?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just take a median price and say £1,000.
Yeah.
That's £80,000.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, he'd be so thrilled. It's great.